had my other channel erased. So I'm not in a very good mood. This is kind of a good night. This is a goodbye message. And maybe it's something my children might hear, might not. Quite frankly, I just don't give a shit. You think that might be disrespectful. But the reality is, if you don't listen to people, then you're not respected. And no one listens to me, so I'm not respected. I'm not somebody that society respects. I'm one of those people that society expects to follow orders. And I'm just not a compliant individual. I'm not a dog. I'm not a soul dyer. I'm not a soldier. I don't get paid to follow orders. I get paid to think. And that in itself is an art form that is not taught to the mass. The mass doesn't know how to think for themselves. For 20 years, I've discussed logic and how it's the enemy of the state and how logic is never wrong and numbers are a byproduct of logic. For 20 years, I've discussed these things because I have Asperger's and I suffer from autism, and society stigmatized me with false labels of mental disease and many things as a child. When in entirety, I just look around and I want to kill every motherfucker. I want to kill you. I don't like you. You're predators. You sell lies for a living. You rape fucking children. You rape and fuck children. It's true. Your priests rape children. Then they grow up to be child rapists, and no one can figure out why. No one wants to talk about the dirty priests raping children. You like to cover it up. You like to hide from truth. You don't speak truth. You don't get paid to speak truthfully. And when you speak truthfully, you will be criminalized. You will be felonized. You will be blackballed. You will be ostracized. You will be met with incongruity, public ridicule, insulted, slandered. Nobody will have a fucking good thing to say about you ever. And they themselves are terrible people. Junkies, addicts, criminals, blasphemers, hypocrites. I'm sorry, lawyers, politicians, senators. You motherfuckers swear oaths to be hypocrites. A hypocrite is a fucking liar. Your God is Hippocrates. Did I stutter? Nigger? Your God is Hippocrates. Not my God. Your God. This whole system runs around the fact of God being Hippocrates in their mind. Their God is not your God. Your God is not their God. God is not a name. Their God is not my God. Hippocrates is not my fucking God. How do you like me now? Huh? How do you like me now? My God isn't even the same God as your God. Because God's not a name, nigger. Karma's going to be a bitch to you. Because you don't love your neighbors. You don't listen to them. You compete with them. You lie about them. You steal from them. You rip them off. The first person that will fucking screw you over is your own fucking flesh and blood. That's why I cut them off. So I don't have anything to do with them. Not because they're better than me, but because they're lesser and their translation on reality is flawed. Spiritual things are pre-existing to physical things, not a big thing to figure out, not a really hard thing to comprehend, but it is the truth. And that is an inversion of what you were taught. That means that your reality is false. And everybody gets paid to lie. And when you speak truthfully, you're not allowed to make a living. you are criminalized, you are blackballed when you're trying to do something that is true for it in its nature. My other channel today was taken down after giving a seminar on the moving mechanics of water. Water. You're gonna fucking erase 10 years of my life because of a fucking presentation on water. My interpretation on water caused me to walk and ditch my family, blackballed, ostracized, ridiculed because I said God was pre-existing to light. And I've said that for over a quarter century. And most people are afraid of the dark, can't fight in the dark, can't find their way around in the dark, sure as fuck don't have eyes to see in the dark. And they fucking make judgments based on what they can see. You are so fucking shallow, reactory in all that you do. Triggered, farm animals, steered around to the left, to the right, based on the whimsical whim of a fucking divisive speech made by a politician. And you base your realities over the shit that comes out of their fucking mouth. And mostly I want to cut their tongues out and feed them to them. I don't like them. I want to cut their fucking tongue out and feed it to them. Why do I have that mindset? Is it because of 40 years of lies? Because that's all I've ever seen come out of your fucking mouths is lies? Priests raping children, prying the estate from widows and fatherless sons? Corrupting the education system so you can turn people into babbling asses? No diligence, no vigilance, no one's watching, no one's fucking paid attention, no one's on duty, no one's standing post, no one's fucking at alert, attention. You're not sentient, you're not a fucking sentry. You're not a goddamn soldier. You're not paying attention, you're order followers. Cows, including my father. Run, bury your head in the sand, pretend the shit ain't happening. You think your reaction is a better one? Nope. Nope. You became a complacent ass by running and hiding. You allowed it to happen. You're just as big a coward as any other motherfucker. Every generation sells the next one out, motherfucker. Look at the baby boomers living off fucking soybean futures and leveraging Generation X's fucking future right out of existence. Tell that fucking star, you fucking baby boomers. How about we cut off your fucking Social Security? How about we stop paying for you to fucking survive? You didn't give a shit about Generation X, Y, Z, only your own ass. Kill you. Cut your fucking heads off. Euthanize this motherfucking place. Because they don't give a fuck about the mess they left behind. Huh? Goddamn right that's true. Fucking drank it up, snorted it up, tripping balls, turned a blind eye as politicians leveraged out the next generation and the next generation. What the fuck do you baby boomers do? You sit at home and do nothing and point at the finger at the next generation and the one after it as the problem. When your generation did nothing. I want to kill you. I want to burn you out of your fucking houses. I want to rip your fucking tongues out and feed them to you for the blasphemy and the lies that you have fed to the generation after yours and the next one and the next one. And silence to a thing is treason. I'll have no mercy. I want you dead. You showed me no mercy. You gave me no compassion. You gave me no mercy. I'll show you the same as you showed me, which is nothing. Kill them all. Kill them all. Kill them all. Think I give a shit? Nope. Kill them all. They're disgusting. Winos, drunks, drug addicts, hypocrites, narcissists, power-hungry, greedy, cannibalistic motherfuckers. Kill them all. I have no respect for you. You have no respect for me. But at least I made you informed of that. I didn't do it behind your back. I didn't talk shit about you to the left, to the right. I did it to your fucking face. And the shit that most of you say about me behind my back, you would never goddamn say it to my face. Because you are scared cunts. You have no love for me, so I have no love for you. And you're not even honoring the commandments of the Bible. So how the fuck are you Christian? You are hypocrites in all that you do. Tell me how freedom of speech. You watch me get my life erased digitally, physically, censored, muted, plagiarized, ripped off. I pay to fucking teach, nigga. Tax dollars aren't paying me to fucking teach. Teachers of today are fucking parrots and script readers. They don't teach you to think about a fucking thing. They only teach you to follow the scripted narrative. I say you sold your soul for your high school degree. You traded your fucking soul for your education. You reduced. You stepped down. You fucking regressed, motherfucker. You sold your soul for your high school degree. You traded your soul away in degrees. Call me a liar. That includes my father. You sold your soul. You bartered it. You traded it away. You sold it in degrees. You didn't recognize that time was the most valuable thing you had. You thought material possession was most valuable to life. Wrong answer. You're a liar. That's a patriarchal point of view, not a matriarchal point of view. We are in the age of Aquarius, and under the age of Aquarius, the establishment of a matriarchal point of view and a societal sense will be going on. It's not a guess. We are in the age of knowing, not the age of guessing. We will not fucking guess. We don't make assumptions. We don't live under fucking pre-assumption. I don't live under your assumptions. Pre-assumption. That's all you have is pre-assumptions, theories, and conjecture, and opinions. And all of this shit is lies. It makes me want to rip your fucking tongues out. Preassumption to the fact that you're dead. You get it, nigga? This whole goddamn situation that we're facing is all based on that singular thing. Pre-assumption to life. Because they're pre-assuming the fact that you're dead, nigga. A fucking corpse. Corporation. A walking, talking cadabra. A corpse with no soul. My father taught me what? None of that. None of it. What did my mother teach me? Nothing. What did the schools teach me? Nothing. I'm uncertified, unvaccinated. And those are two things I speak against. Vaccines and the masks. And guess what? Nobody gets paid to speak in opposition to those fucking things. Suck a dick. Fuck you. The only people getting paid to speak in regards to those things are the ones that are in for them. They're speaking on their behalf. And they're getting paid to do it. I don't get paid to tell you wearing a mask is a bad idea. I don't get paid to run around and tell you that fucking vaccines are not good for you. I don't get paid to run around and tell you motherfuckers, oh, I want to kill you. I don't get fucking paid to tell you that the fucking schools create the diseases that you're vaccinating for, you dumb bitches. I pay. And because I pay, I suffer. And if you don't speak against those things, then you are consenting to them. And that includes priests raping children, teachers indoctrinating innocent minds and feeding them lies. Silence is consent. You never consented to a thing in your life. That's probably the most truthful thing you fucking heard in your life. And that's going for my children too, who never heard me speak. Fathers born into poverty do not expect to have children in poverty. You have no rights to them. If you were born into poverty and you have children, you have no rights to your children. You can't afford to do a fucking thing for them. You want to blame the men for the problems. What are you going to do when the system starts breaking women's backs instead of men's backs? Think we're going to bail you women out? Come to your rescue? Hell fucking no. We're going to let you suffer just like you did us. We're going to blame you for all the fucking shit. You're the problem. I'm just the first man to say it. You're the fucking problem. And with definitive proof. Your job is not to watch soap operas. You're supposed to be watching your children. You don't like the men of today? You taught them to be the way they are. You want to blame my mother for my attitude? Go ahead. Please do. She left the house when I was 4. But that's because of my drunk, abusive father who beat the fuck out of her, and I watched it happen. And I'm not supposed to remember none of that shit, motherfucker? Huh? The hypocrisy is ridiculous. No consistency in anything to infinity. And I do mean nothing. I do mean goddamn nothing. No consistency in monetary policy. So how do you have a fucking stable economy if there's no consistency in the monetary policy? There is no fucking stability, you stupid niggers! The dictionary continually changes. The Bible continually changes. The value of your time continually changes. The things in the store always costing more. How fucking stupid are you? Nothing consistent. The language around issues perpetually changing. No consistency, no stability in anything. Whose fault is that? The fathers? Blame it on the man? You've been doing that shit for a millennia. Why don't you try blaming it on women for a change? Whew. Whew. I said a fucking millennia, right? Clean the shit out of your ears, because most of you don't understand more than 50 years of history. And here I am talking about a millennia! Millennias. Solar ages, solar cycles, 2160 years is a solar age. How many people on the planet know that information besides the Vatican? Stop it. Stop it. Dear child of mine, the Vatican is the root of all evil. Not money, the Vatican. Love your daddy. Root of all evil. It's goddamn truth. Your mainstream Christians, oh, money is the root of all evil. Money is the root of all evil. This is how fucking retarded they are. Fucking church is the first one to ask for the root of all evil. Money. Church asks for it first. Oh, shit. Why? How come? Because they invented it. That's why. They invented it with the specificity for you to believe in it and be fucking hooked to it, nigga. To keep you on a bent knee, bowed to the fucking Vatican. Forced you to run on a conveyor belt like a hamster. And if you don't run, you fall off, wind up homeless. Every day your time is worth less. Things cost more. So you have to run a little harder. The incline goes up a little bit. How long before it's $10 a loaf of bread? Used to be a nickel 100 years ago. That's called inflation. When you print money, you make it worth less. And the things in the store cost more. Please tell me how borrowing money helps any fucking family in a country. Right. Suck it on dick. They don't know what to say. Suck it on dick. They don't know what to say. So they say nothing. And because they say nothing, that means they are consenting to my outrageous speech patterns. You can't have two masters. If you're silent to this shit, you're consenting to it. I say it outright and I say it all the time. People act like I'm trying to steal their free will. Hell no. Fuck no. I'm trying to get you to use what's up here. You never used it before. Right? And for those ignorant enough not to know what this tapestry is, this is a zodiacal wheel, right? Because Jesus of Messiah of Nazareth is the Saturn sun, the sun. Jesus is Saturn. Jesus of Nazareth is Maseroth. Maseroth and Nazareth have the same values. How many niggers in this country know that? Not many. The Bible is astrology presented to the mass in analogy. How many people in the country understand what I just fucking said? The Bible is an allegory for the movements of precession measures in space-time. It's a star map. I've been saying it for 25 years. I'm only fucking 40 years old. When the fuck am I gonna get my respect? Oh, never. That's why I'm an asshole. Because I know I'm never going to get respect. So I just steal your fucking tongue and put you into submission by your silent consent to my speech. Fight or flight. You're going to sit like a doggy or you're going to run because you don't like what I'm saying and it's offensive to you. You're going to react one of two ways. We're playing chess, motherfucker. I'm not a checker piece. I recognize the checkerboard that you're standing on and you're being forced to move left, right all the goddamn time. You're used to looking at things or being told things are positive or negative. But I personally don't give a fuck how you react. Go fuck yourself. Now what? Because you don't know how to sit still like a good dog. Sit, boo-boo. Sit. Shut the fuck up. That's right. Pythagoras did not allow people to speak to him directly for 5 goddamn years. Can you possibly get your head around why? If you can't, then shut the fuck up. I want to hear it. If you can't offer a reason why, then go away. You're stupid. You're not even on my level. Fuck you. I'm pissed. Fuck you. It's pretty goddamn amazing, isn't it, Douglas? To understand that's how people react. They only react. They're gonna react in three manners: A, B, or C. Then you just gotta watch the mouth and the words that coming out of their mouth and look at them for what they are. You know where they're coming from. Because he was wanting you to learn through observation. But you had a good guess as well. Because he was a teacher and know-it-all. There you go. Right. A lot of times I'm teaching through observation, yes? I'm not actually telling you anything, showing you things, allowing you to form your own opinions through observations that I'm showing you about any given subject. Shut the fuck up! I don't care how you react. Doesn't matter. The facts are the facts. Emotional reactions are ridiculous. Should be felonies. Guess is always the answer. The answer is always the guess. Questions are the answers. The answers within the questions. People will never get it. God doesn't answer your prayers. God gives you questions to answer because you don't fucking listen to nobody. It's that. That's the problem. People don't listen to nobody. God's not going to waste his time fucking telling you things directly because you don't goddamn listen. Ah! I got a bitch. Find that out at what? Well, let's see. I found that out. Oh, I realized it for myself about 10 years ago. But imagine finding that out at 75, 80. Some people never figure it out. You poor bastards! Looking for God? Where's God in the equation? Where the fuck do you think your questions are coming from? Ha 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 ha! Wake the fuck up! It is a title, Glenn. I'm only saying it for their benefit. You understand on a higher level. Most people don't understand on an etiquette level. They're saying it that way will click for them or out of it. I'm looking for God. Well, where do you fucking think your questions are coming from? God? Son of a bitch! What? Too many questions, Matthew. Too many questions. Children are consistently punished or they perturb or aggravate their parents because of the questions. Children are inquisitive. They question everything, anything. Parents are told to sit, boo-boo, sit, roll over, and not question authority. And so as a result, the parents get pissed off at their children because of the questions that the children are asking. The fuck? Yeah, they only took down my, I don't know, they took down one. I still have two. I have a third one ready to roll. You're being, Randy, I'll always keep you in the loop, man. You've been with me through so much of this. Right? You witnessed my presentation the whole time. Can I get a witness, motherfucker? Can I get a witness? What? I don't have a high school degree. I'm unvaccinated. I'm uncertified. I haven't had a photo ID in 15 years. What? I have survived in that situation and in some aspects thrived when it comes to understanding quantum computation, biology, biochemistry, quantum physics, magic, mind over matter, matter over mind, hi mom, MOM, mind over matter, matter over mind, methods of measurement, mom, always at work, mom, you're never around, mom, mom, you're the government employee, you're the civil services worker, you're the postal worker, you're the DHS worker, you're a teacher, you're certified nigger, you're not a mother. Where did mama go? She became a government employee. She's not on welfare. She's working for the government. Hey, Ollie, good rising. My point is to show you in this sense that females' reality is completely molded by the government. They take their narrative from the government. They don't question the government. The government has the mother's best interest at heart. And women live in they live in a perpetual state of fear. Fear, 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 fear. Fear of inadequacy. Fear their ass isn't the right shape or their tits aren't the right size. Fear over the length of their hair being too short or too long. Fear of not being approved of. Fear, 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 fear. Fear. And who are you listening to? A bunch of tranny chicks with dicks? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You're taking your marching order from fucking tranny chicks with dicks? Uh-huh. J-Lo, Britney, Shira's a rich man, Bruce Jenner won Woman of the Year. Yep. Chicks with dicks. You believe them. You follow chicks with dicks. You're worried about chicks with dicks public opinion. You actually are concerned with how they feel or think about you. You're fucking crazy. Cardi B, that's a tranny. You're fucking crazy. It's got a dick. Why the fuck would you give a shit about that shit? What? What? You mold yourselves after celebrity idols, and all your celebrity idols are dudes. Lady Gaga's got a pair of balls and a dick. Sandra Bullock, Megan Fox? Elton John is your Queen of England. You think I'm goddamn guessing? Yes, Ali. Yes. Yes, Ali, you got it. I'm with you. What you said, yes. They got everybody chasing their tail like a fucking dog looking for God. Where is God? Where is God? Spin my fucking ass, chase my tail. Where is God? I don't know. I can't find him. All right. Where the fuck do you think your questions come from? God? That's where your questions come from. I don't like using that word. Creator. I like that word better. You know, questions come from creator. No one ever puts two and two together with that. 40. All questions come from consciousness itself. Does consciousness cause creation? Creator is consciously aware of itself. Everything is made of the same things. People are chasing the big things. They're trying to figure out how the big things work, and they don't know how the little things work. And I'm laughing my ass off, going, size and relativity doesn't matter because the small things are the causing the shadows that you see on the larger scale. They're reflections of themselves. The little things work like the big things do. And the big things are shadows of the little things that are being. It's like casting shadow puppets on the wall. Your hands are the small things, but the shadow cast on the wall is the larger thing, but they're doing the same thing. The little things are... doesn't matter. Size is relativity. The macro is a shadow or it's a reflection of the smaller things. They mirror each other. They mechanically work the same. Which is why they say as above, so below. We can run around that statement a little bit to maybe give you something to think about. As above, so below. The microcosm is the same as the macrocosm. The outer reflects the inner. A few different wordings there, but it's making you aware of a mirror. Reality is mirrored from the unseen to the seen. I've been saying these things for 20 years. That means consciousness caused physical landmass. That means you're not on the world, you're not on the earth, you're inside the motherfucker. This is why I didn't finish school, because I told them then that there's no way that I'm on a fucking spinning ball. It's one of the reasons, one of the many fucking reasons why I left. I was invited to Washington, D.C. when I was 11 years old for spelling. Spelling! spelling is wizardry. When you're labeling things, you're divinating, you're spelling, you're writing, you're casting a spell. You run around and tell people they're casting spells when they write, they lose their shit. They mentally lose their fucking shit when you tell them the dictionary is a spell book. Because they can't think for themselves. And they don't even think magic is real. But there it is. When you write, you're spelling. They have no ability to use logic. They're too fucking stupid. And that includes daddy, mommy, my junkie brother, my drunk wino sisters. Too stupid to figure out what I've figured out. Too indoctrinated. Too submissive. You don't question a thing, you just follow. Or you turn a blind eye, which means you're playing dumb and you've made it. Congratulations. Hi, Connie. So my other YouTube channel was erased. I was given a seminar on water. Why would I do that? Why would I want to spend a half a day teaching you motherfuckers for free about water? Huh? Huh? The things I was showing you in that feed, they don't want you to know. Because it has religious implications. It takes power away from institutions. It takes power away from the Vatican. It takes power away from Freemasons, monarchs, kings, and queens. That's why. It destroys the narrative that you're under, that they put you under. You're under a spell. A narrative is a spell. A religion is a spell. A line can consist of 1 billion words. Let me tell you a line. Let me tell you a yarn. Let me tell you a fucking story. Let me feed you a fish tale. Honey, I smoke a quarter pound every month because of what you're saying right now. And, you know, just this is cannabis. This is not a cigar. This is not tobacco. This is cannabis. That's how the fuck I stay sane. The joints have gotten a lot bigger. The joints have gotten a lot bigger. It's cheaper here too, Audi. I'm telling you, it's very cheap in Maine compared to other parts of the country. I make fun of them. That's in New York. In New York City, for an ounce, it's $300 in New York City. For an ounce. In Maine, it's $100. Why such a price difference? Because in Maine, we have the space to grow. One, it's legal. Two, Good rising, everybody. It's in here. Awesome. Yeah, no, right. I don't go to the dispensaries. No, I never went to dispensaries. It used to be 300. My family has gone through hell. When I speak, I don't just speak for myself. I look at the history of my family and I try to leave names out so that people can learn from the fucked up shit in an unbiased manner and realize history is repeating itself. Maine has its independence. Hell no, it's fucking Democratic ran state. Janet Mills is a fucking tranny. Susan Collins is a tranny. Janet Reno is a fucking tranny. And I'm pretty sure Paula Page is a Paula, which is a fucking shim. No. Shit's a nightmare. Goddamn nightmare! But there's just policy differences. Open carry, legal cannabis. Send you some to Germany. It's not legal in Germany. No, hell no. You got Angela Merkel. What am I talking about? You got Hitler's granddaughter. Yes, Angela Merkel is a bloodline to Hitler. Well, see, Greg, there you go, man. It's 100 here. The fuck? That should be an incentive to move. The fuck you spend your money on? Think about it. You work, and then you spend your money on what? You buy weed. It's 300 for an ounce there. It's 100 for 1 year. What the fuck? Whose time and money is worth more? Mine or yours? The same, but policy is causing that much of a price difference. You see what I mean? Policy is causing the price difference. There's some things this whole country should be just flat out unified on. Cannabis is one of those things that I stand for because I understand the hidden history behind cannabis. That's right. Hidden history in regards to cannabis. One, you could spell it Canubis, Canubis, cannabis. It's cannabis. It's the same thing. Understanding that you can create 500 different textiles from the plant, medicines, clothing, oils. They're even coming up with new ways to create battery technology based on making the shell hemp batteries. That's coming out. Hempcrete, a new version of concrete made out of hemp. So there's a lot of viable reasons, and you can make paper out of cannabis. You know, all these different things. Rope. America's culture was established around cannabis. Moses clam baked. I'm sorry, mainstream Christians, but you're fucked. King Saul and Solomon were anointed with myrrh and frankincense and cannabis. That's the anointing oil. That's the mix. And cinnamon as a psychoactive. Those ingredients fused together and they doused your head in it. You were tripping balls. You imagine sticking your head in dab, let it soak in for a day? Straight dab? A little dab will do ya. They were coating their head in it. They were fucking dunking each other. They were crowning the kings. That was considered the king's oil. Only the king got anointed that way. No one else. But it's understanding that those ingredients were in the recipe. So it's understanding that cannabis has always been part of the culture. The original people were nomadic. They didn't build stationary things. They didn't build walls. They didn't believe in walls. They didn't fucking try to create and cause to have enemies. When you pick somebody as a friend, then you're saying the other guy's no good. Now he's your enemy. The fuck? When you pick your friends, by default, you're making enemies. Is that right? People decide whether to fucking kill you, fuck or kill you within 30 seconds just by look of you. Just by the look of you. Mainstream Christians would tell me, get a haircut, a shave, and a real job. And I would look at them and say, you would tell Jesus that? Because he had long hair and a beard. Your logic, ridiculous. Your attitude, it's disgusting. Vile. That's why I don't like people. My mother smoked cannabis the entire pregnancy with me. I'm not saying it's a great idea or a bad idea or anything. That's what was done to me. And then the other problem is when it comes to teaching, to actually cause you to think, fuck, no one gets paid to do that. And I'm getting really good at presenting taboo topics to blockheads too. Everything's bad, Randy. What the fuck? Everything's bad. Right. They majored in the minor. Right. You're paid to be liars. Exactly, Ali. And everything we buy winds up in a landfill. Nothing lasts. Just think slowly. Yard sales, spring cleanouts. You lose the shit. Your friends borrow it. Your family steals it from you. You buy shit that has no value, fills your house, and then you have yard sales, spring cleanouts. Perpetually. You got to look. This is what I mean is people don't think short term and long term. You're always throwing away the shit that you buy. Do you know how much shit I get for free because Kelly works in a hotel? People lose their shit. I don't buy shit. I get it for free because you lose it. You left it behind in the hotel. I don't tell people how to eat. Lifestyles. I tell you, I can show you things to think about. And most likely, most of the shit I tell you to think about, you never thought about. Like the dictionary. It's a spell book. Get that in your head. Holy fuck. Eh? It's a fucking spell book. You fucking muggles. It's a book of divinations. It's a book of spells. It's a book of rites, a ritual. of invocations. It's quantum grammar. How many fucking spells do you know, nigger? Reality is defined through vocabulary. How many words did the school give you? How many words in English is there? How many words do you know? I'm showing it to you in a question form. Your problems come from vocabulary limitations, phonetics, sound spelling, quantum grammar, how you define the reality causes you to behave emotionally the way you do. The word in your head causes an emotional reaction. You engage emotionally and then follow through physically. And you call the good things bad and the bad things good. Done it since birth because that's how they taught you to be. They reversed, mirrored the universe. They shoved it through a fucking mirror and then they sold it to you as the truth. Think about it. They mirrored, mimicked, mocked reality. They flipped it. They pushed it through a mirror. Imagine watching a mirrored movie, a bootleg. Try watching a movie in a fucking mirror. Because that's what they did to you. They showed you the reflection. They showed you the mirrored imagery. They mirrored reality and gave you the shadow of truth. They didn't give you truth in reality. I have Asperger's. I'm autistic. I see words forward and backwards naturally. I don't have to write it down to see it. I'm a goddamn human calculator. I compute things. I'm able to add, subtract, multiply, divide, convert, and and understand the displacement ratios of water to solids in my head. In my head. Why do I need a computer? I am one. Why are you trying to make me use one? People ain't getting it. You have an internal computer. You don't need the external one. You got fat, lazy, dumbed down, tricked into believing you needed a computer, forgot you are one. It's a big fucking problem. When you write, you're composing. What is a fucking notebook? It's a composition pattern. Reality is composited. You're a kumquat compressed to the fucking ceiling. You'd rather take the elevator than walk the stairs because you're that fucking lazy. Me, I'm too stupid. I'd rather take the stairs over the elevator. I have the fear elevator might shut down, might get trapped in it. Fuck no, I'm taking the stairs. Fuck the elevator. I don't need it. Because of being homeless, I met a lot of men that were happy living in a tent. By everybody else's standard, that would seem strange. But when you realize and understand that the most valuable thing you have is your time, and you're trading it away for things, time contracts, cell phone, cable, car, house, doesn't matter. This thing, I paid $2 for it, Allie, at the yard sale. To somebody else, they say, oh my God, that looks like an expensive coat. Bought it at a thrift store. $2. Who's laughing now? The hat, it was a gift. The shoes I'm wearing were a gift. The pants, $1. I got like $10 in my entire wardrobe, including my belt. It's all black. There's no style. I come out here in a bathrobe. We're talking about the same things. You respond differently. If I was saying everything that I said during this feed in my bathrobe, you would respond totally differently. It's true. I learned secondhand, Randy. It was one of those things that I try to explain to people. I said most people are spending their money at the beginning of the month. When they get it, they just spend it. They don't hold on until the end of the month, and then if they have anything left over, go that route. They're triggered to spend their money at the beginning of the month, and that causes them to sell everything that they bought at the beginning of the month before the end of the month. And then they're borrowing money off the next month to finish the one they're in. You can find a whole lot of fucking idiots doing that shit. Any city, anywhere, no problem. And all it takes is for a dumb guy to do is hold on to his money. And at the end of the month, he's got money when no one else does. And he's going to make a tidy little profit. I figured that out 25 years ago. Everybody laughed at me. I was only 15 when I realized that. Laugh, 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 laugh. William Shakespeare said, to chase or not to chase? That is the question at hand. What are you chasing? What are you trading your time for? Time is money. People are triggered to spend their time at the beginning of the month instead of waiting until the end. And then as a result, because they overspent themselves, because they fucking spot, saw something, something's on sale, new technology, need the next new thing, they overspent at the beginning of the month, so they're borrowing off the next month to always finish the one they're in. And they're kept spinning, always in debt. And they're doing whatever the television tells them to do, buying what the television tells them to buy, because the television is showing them the things to buy. Just like with prescription drugs. Majority of people that are on prescription drugs, they only saw the commercials on television, the advertisement, the catchy ringtone, and they went to the doctor because they saw the advertisement, and they didn't realize the pharmaceutical commercial was an advertisement. They looked at it like it was a fucking questionnaire. Hey, I'm going to call my doctor and ask about that pill. Meanwhile, the doctor's sitting down at the office waiting for the fucking fish to jump in his office because of those advertisements. Because he's there on commission. He don't give a fuck about your health care. He's there to write prescriptions. They're incentivized to write prescriptions, free trips to Disneyland, fucking sports cars, country club memberships, whatever. They got all kinds of perks. The more they sell, the more prescriptions they write, the more, because they're incentivized to write as many scripts as they can. Insurance companies give bonuses to doctors who get entire families vaccinated. It's time to wake the fuck up. I have inside knowledge because of my life, not because of your goddamn doctrination. You don't know what the hell I've done for a living or where I've been, how many people I've talked to, whose house I sat in. I've sat in 10,000 family homes. You think that's a lie? It's all documented, nigga. When are you going to start respecting me? I'm pissed. I want to kill you because of disrespect. That includes my father. You had no respect for me. Why the fuck should I respect you? Never. I never will. You have no honor. You're a bully. You're a fucking tyrant and a terrorist. I will put you on the floor just like I put Richard on the floor. Come to my house and cause me a problem, I'll put you on the floor. Got no problem doing it. I already put Richard in a fucking coma. I'll do it to you. You come here with a problem. Don't you ever fucking threaten me again. I bit my tongue long enough. Society makes me fucking sick because of my experience. I worked for Bush. I worked for Cheney. I worked for Bank of America. I worked for Ford. I worked for the Coast Guard. I've been on 3 military installations. I built hospitals. I built prisons. I've been on lobster boats, fishing boats. I've been to the Grand Canyon. I've been to the Tetons. I've been to the Yellowstone. I've been down the rapids. What the fuck have you done with your life? Nothing. You never left home. I've been in a blimp. I've been in a plane. I left home with $50 fucking dollars. I got a goddamn story is what I got that scares the hell out of people. Because I've been high and I've been low. I know what's underground because of drilling for oil. I have real experience. I understand what is happening. I understand that bedrock's not solid. And how many people know that little bit of information? Hardly any. It's a moving state. Have you ever drilled into it before? No. You're just taking tools for their fucking words. You don't know how to use tools. You're tools. Schools don't teach you how to use tools. Life does. School turns you into tools for corporations to use. If they got you up here, you're done. They don't teach you how to use tools, so you're done. That's why they give me such a hard time. it's I started doing YouTube to find a collective to share my knowledge base with, to do something, anything. Would get me nowhere. I had to pay to speak. People don't realize they were never shown a thing that was true. And they were kept in these little fucking bubbles, regional bubbles, the media in different districts. The narrative or the tone on the issue changes depending on the district that you're living in. Hunger Games, hello. The media gives you a different story in a different region. It keeps the country fractalized. The more fractal, the better off. They don't want everybody coming. They don't want congruity. They don't want consistency. They want factions. They want religion. They want division. That's what they want. They created the gender war in the first place. Ignorant. All political opposition is financed and controlled by the people that are pulling the strings. All of these factions, all of these political opposition groups, they're all being financed by the same parties and people that are financing your politicians and enforcing policy. You motherfuckers are so goddamn stupid, it's ridiculous. Afraid of occult knowledge, afraid of esoteric right, fear, fear, fear. And you will hate somebody, kill them, or run from them because of fear. You will react in either extreme because of fear. Hegelian dialect is diabolical, designed to divide and conquer based on color, based on credos, based on religion, based on political outlook, tribal perspective, cultural killers, culture vultures, culture killers, culture vultures. And all operates under nihilism. You motherfuckers are dumb. Do you know who taught me any of this shit? Not my parents. Not schools. Not the preacher, man. Again, in dialect operates under three basic principles: to create the problems from the past tense, to offer up the solutions to the problems, and control the outcome in the future, leveraging the future because you're controlling the solutions to the problems that you're creating. What that means for us right now is that the diseases of today are created in labs, patented, and then they fucking put some bullshit on the television for you to be afraid of so they can sell you a goddamn vaccine, nigger. Problem, action, solution. 3 fucking words. They created the disease. They made you fucking fear it through television and propaganda to sell you the vaccine. The end result isn't about money. It's about fucking thinning the herd because of stupidity. Because they believed them in the first place. These are evil motherfuckers. The only reason people can't see it is because they're gullible. They look in the face of evil people and call them good. Mr. Rogers was a pedophile. Pope Francis has been arrested for raping 80 children. Supposedly. I can't find too many stories confirming that he was arrested or not. But there's a lot of fucked up shit in Italy going on right now. Supposedly the Vatican's empty. Supposedly the British castle is empty. The one that starts with Brighton, or the one that starts with B. I'm spacing the word right now. I'm losing it. Westminster Abbey is closed. Everything you've been seeing on TV has been produced in Hollywood, as in regards to the White House. Castle Rock Entertainment. They're using the West Wing studio. Why does Martin Sheen look like Donald Trump? This fucking game is over. Don't be distracted with the names and the hair pieces. It's theater, folks. It's all fucking theater. Oh, yeah. It's a goddamn shit show, Randy. It's a fucking shit show. Hey, who is good at video mixing in here? I'm going to give you a project, right? I could give you a list of names. I just want somebody to do a better job than me. Then go find their own videos, I have pictures and stuff, and look into it for themselves. Sparky, I told him once, but he's doing his own thing. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Maybe he stopped. But I figured out, because of Sparky and a couple other guys who created a list of names and recognize that they're all the same. They're all the same face. It's a face-off, like the movie with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. It's a face-off. They're wearing each other's faces. Then there was a movie with Mission Impossible one with Tom Cruise when they're showing you mask technology. Mrs. Doubtfire. For $5,000, you could buy a mask to look like anybody. If you have the money, honey. If you got the money. Think about it. How fucked is that? $5,000. You can have a mask of anyone. You could wear their face for $5,000. Doesn't matter who it is. So, you got to go back in time. You got to go back in time. King Constantine II, he's your model. I think he's your prototype. But the question that has arose between me and several people, has this guy ever even fucking died? How do you know one is not two? King Constantine II, how do you know he's not really the first one? Just, what if he's a vampire? Ah! Don't want to hear it, right? Run! Run! Cowards. Sherlock Holmes says this. Whenever it's impossible, whenever the simplest things are almost always right. Whenever the craziest things. So it's a matter of what do we know is real? Well, we know the adrenochrome is a product. Sorry, it's a registered product. Adrenochrome is in the FDA drug book. It is real. See what I mean? But for the ones that have access to it, or the ones that are hooked to it, what are the side effects? It's a logical question. I realized, in the sense that for those that have access at the top, for them, it's they're stealing time. They're stealing life force. They're stealing souls. They're stealing time. They're stealing soul energy. Please reference the movie referencing Jupiter Ascending. Came out recently in Hollywood. Jupiter Ascending, Jupiter Rising, whatever that movie was about. Some of what I'm discussing right now is presented to you in that movie, including people being harvested, abducted. So I try to warn people about these things. I talk about a lot of things that, because I understand predictive programming. I understand how they think. I ate dinner with them. I sat at their table. I was invited up to that table and I walked away. Enough said. That's why I do this. Because I walked away from the goddamn table. I got invited up. I got there. I didn't like the people. I didn't like the things they talked about. I didn't like what they thought was important. I didn't like what they believed in. I didn't like anything about them. Their reality bubble all my life, I thought these schools are supposed to make you more intelligent. I get invited up to the top, and I'm listening to them talk about what their ideas are on anything. And it's all corporatism, it's all cannibalism, it's all materialism, it's all Roman theater. I realize the more you make, the more you spend. The more you make, the more you're going to spend. Your habits change; they get more expensive. So it's just, I wanted to build a city. You know, cities aren't even built right. Nothing's built to go with the grain. Nothing's going with nature's grain. Nothing's going Nothing lasts because they plan for everything to fall apart. And that's why I started trying to figure out. Didn't even know what. When I got back and everything after I split up with my wife and all that shit was down to shit, and I said, now what? Because she didn't like me anymore because I wasn't making the money anymore because I walked away from the table. It's just a lot of different things happened. We both fucked up. We had a tornado rip our house down. That was devastating. You know, I didn't even know what to do. 10 years, just got erased. A lot of my work got erased. Thousands of hours, hundreds of hours, maybe 1,000. I don't know. It's really aggravating. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Just don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna continue putting anything on YouTube anymore. I've been trying to do a Minds account, but I don't know. It's not responding well. It's not taking off. I'm not a computer whiz. I'm not a computer social media. I was never wanting that. Just only sharing my art and my ideas and some of the tech ideas. Right, Jack? Jack called me earlier. Right? 12 panels makes a sphere. This is a mock. If this was done with a machine weave or something, I'm doing it by hand. And I got a busted hand. And I'm paying for the materials and I'm paying to share my ideas. I'm paying for everything. I don't get fucking respect. I started this YouTube channel when I was still homeless in the tent. New businesses aren't going to spring up if people don't have money. Even if their ideas are good, it takes time to share ideas. No one appreciates the time. It doesn't pay. Or for those who know, they don't speak because they know that it doesn't pay to speak. There's no benefit. It's a bitch. It's a fucking nightmare. My children hate me. They want me dead. They don't want nothing to do with me. And that's fine. I can live with that. I'm not going to chase them. Just like my father didn't chase me, didn't give a damn what happened to me. Just be glad that you didn't get beat by me, by him. Huh. My father didn't do a damn thing for me. He didn't teach me nothing. Didn't even have time for me. Everybody blames me for my attitude. I'm looking around like, motherfucker, I've never met anybody that actually gave a shit if I was alive or dead. I've never met a truthful person in my life. I guess the first one that says it out loud. I'm getting crucified for trying to be truthful. It's the craziest fucking shit ever. Getting criminalized for being truthful. I had my children taken because I was being truthful. Ah, I love it. And then I'm the fucking bad guy. There's no bailouts for fathers. Corporations get fucking bailouts. Mothers get bailouts. Government doesn't fucking bail out fathers. Governments bond them to death. Shut up. That fucking flag on my wall, Randy, represents the Bible. A static expression of the zodiacal wheel. Because the Bible is an allegory for an astrological story that's expressing the zodiacal wheel. You get? It turned the zodiacal, it turned the motions of the zodiacal wheel in space sky into a fucking fish story. An allegory called the Bible. It's an astrological allegory for a space heaven. It's the map of the stars given to you in word math, in quantum grammar, in allegorical form, but they're giving you paganism, worship of the stars. And Jesus is Saturn, the sun, soul is sun, SOL is sun is sun, SUN is sun, SON is sun, Om means sun, On means sun, Aum means sun. It got you in a solar worshipping cult. And that masterpiece of a literature was crafted by Sir Francis Bacon, aka William Shakespeare. The manuscript for the world stage. It's the script. The other Freemasons are enforcing, causing to happen. They're scripting reality. What a fucking shit show, man. Son of a bitch! Do you know how many people realize the Bible was burned in 1611 and rewritten by the Masons under the direct supervision of the Queen, the King, written by Francis Bacon? Oh, they'll try to argue that point, but don't bother. You're wasting your time. Time, time, time. You're wasting it. This here is a reference manual. This is a conscripted book. It's a manuscript. It's not a word for something that's it's a government document. This was a proclamation, a declaration, a conscription created by the Queen of England. Beep 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 beep. Confesses to those said facts in here. You know, just this is a book on symbology. Tells you the definitions of symbols and gives you the narratives in regards to the mythologies of every country in the world. In a nutshell. I look at it, and this particular model is a Jubilee edition, right? It's Jubilee. This is a Jubilee edition. And this Jubilee edition, there's only 1,100 copies. There's only 1,100 copies of it. I got one of them. Boo! Billions of people, and I got this as a gift. It's given to me as a gift. Because they appreciated what I'm doing. Because I knew that I wouldn't abuse it. Rather, I would try to help people understand and cause them to question and think for themselves about certain things in regards to how things are being presented, the narrative, description of reality, what's moving, what's not moving, what's the definition of motion within, what's not moving, what's not vibrating, what doesn't have a pulse, a frequency, a hertz, a sound wave, what doesn't have a resonating state or an ohm to it. Nothing. That's the fun part. It's how we perceive it to be. Yeah, they gave it to me before I started, before they realized that I would not like them. They thought they had me in their fold, or I don't know. It's weird. But I reverted back to looking at that's how I got into geometry again, because it was something I was doing with my children before I lost touch with them and was separated from them. It was a big piece of what caused me to stay sane. The focus in study and realizing comparative language and how every culture is actually using the same mathematics. It's just they're using a different label, a different word to describe math. They're giving it a different branding, or golden mean, Fibonacci, golden ratio, golden spiral, Pythagorean theorem. I mean, the reality is there's only one math, and it's a derivative of logic, but it's through branding and rebranding and remarketing and relabeling that has caused division the way that has come about. It's words that cause all the confusion. So that's why I try to show people geometry. It puts them on the same page. You can't do anything about the geometries to reality. In reality, they form you in regards to what reality is consisting of. The shapes of things are a result of logic, structure, order, figure, form, sphere, star shapes, sonic geometry, Archimedean structures, platonic solids. It's really coming to the understanding that there's only one math. It's a product of consciousness. We didn't invent math. Our perception about it is wrong. We think we invented math, but we observe it in reality. It's a product of consciousness. Good rise of mountain music, man. 2:54 a.m. there. It's 12:55 p.m. here. I just had my other channel erased after I gave a presentation in regards to water. It's one of the it's one of the core reasons why me and my father are at odds in regards to consciousness, creator, God, definitions of these things. Doesn't want to hear it because he believes in the Western philosophies. But the reality is, hydrogen is a fuel that causes fire or light to exist. That's why the creator is in the dark. Meta information, quantum mechanics, quantum physics, alchemy, biochemistry. These are different labels for physiology, the understanding of chemical energies moving through varying states, how to measure them, how to define them. They don't teach people how to use methods of measurement in school. MOM, mom. I was taught those things because my father separated me out of sex ed and was taught those things by my English teacher. My English teacher was my methods of measurement teacher and my science teacher. It was the same guy. And that teacher was my mother's teacher. You see how funny this is? When what we're having in society is a breakdown in language and communication skills that are causing all the problems. And people's inability to listen. and their attention span is the length of a, what, TikTok videos? Or I can't believe this thing called TikTok. It's a place where you post minute-long videos and that's it. Crazy. Some people's attention span is only that long. Amazing. They can only sit still for 1 minute, or they can only listen for 1 minute. And in that 1 minute, are they actually listening? There's 9 people in here. Somebody's going to be mind blown with the realization that listening is an art form and realization of comparative language and words that mean the same things. Are you really fucking listening to what I'm saying? Words causing all the problems. Words causing all the confusion. You're looking for literal truths, or you're looking for your own words to come out of someone else's mouth for ego recognition. Come on. A more pure truth that I offer people is through math and the realization of the many labels of math and making them come to a simpler understanding that math is a product of consciousness. These ideas are not taught in school. They're not part of mainstream. Well outside of mainstream. I recommend people listen to William Reich. He was a resident of Maine. Or John Sarrell. Or the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the Gospel of Peter, Book of Thomas. None of these things are in the Bible. But the Emerald Tablets is the root of where the Bible comes from. It's the source of it. Today's Bible originates from the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. The 10 Commandments are the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Same thing under a different label. How are you letting me know? Are you fucking mind blown yet? When am I going to get my respect? You keep censoring me, tearing down my floor. Man, what the fuck did I ever do to you? I don't even have a high school degree. I don't affiliate with any of the fucking institutions. I do this shit for fucking free. When the fuck are you going to pay me for teaching? Huh? Never. You're why my children suffer. You're why my children suffer. My children suffer because of you. They hate me because you disrespect me. You don't respect me at all. You want me to get a degree? You want me to go to college? I don't want to fucking sell my soul for a degree. I bet you never thought about it like that. I don't want to trade my soul a degree at a time. I bet you never thought about it like that. Motherfucker, I bet you don't think. I gave you that for free. And you never had that idea before. You sell your soul in degrees. You trade it away. You barter it. Time is money. Oh, let's criminalize. Let's shoot Matthew for speaking truthfully. Let's not pay him or respect him so he can't take care of his children And then his children hate him. Society hates him because no one wants to fucking play him. Is the earth flat and what is life? No, the earth isn't flat, Mountain Music Man. No, it's not flat. But it's not what you were presented either. It's not either. Think about it in the sense of a teeter-totter. Instead of trying to tell you it's this or that, I'm trying to show you a third option. ABC. All your life in regards to most everything, it's always in a polarity mode. It's either this or it's that. There's no middle ground. There's no gray area. Think about it for a minute. On anything. Religion, politics, gender war, black, white. It's a polarity fight on every level. Male, female, red, blue, shift. Simple terminology. I'm trying to be very simple. I'm not trying to oversell anything. I'm not trying to make it complicated. Albert Einstein said if you can't keep it simple, then simply shut the fuck up. And KISS an acronym. Keep it simple, stupid. I had that shit yelled at in my ear for 2 years. The floor man at Ford. Keep it short, keep it simple, stupid. And that's a lot of it too. These colleges, they intentionally and deliberately overcomplicate things. Using political doublespeech, selling you bad ideas in a good light, causing you to create technology designed to break down. The fuck is wrong with you? Schools, why do you create diseases to sell vaccines to the public? How does that sound for fucking retarded? How about you start solving some of the problems that you made? You created the problems. You fucking made the diseases. You make the weapons of war. How about you change your attitude about what you're used for? How about you stop destroying humanity and just stop destroying biology? Why don't you look at Monsanto and realize that they have a fucking background in Nazi Germany? And they were used for creating chemical weapons of war then. And now they've all of a sudden have grown and changed their soul minds about things. And they're fucking giving you fertilizers and different products to put in your food. And you wonder why you're sick? You're fucking stupid. You're trusting evil people to do the good things. You're putting your trust in evil people, thinking they have a righteous intention because of political jargon. They sell you bad ideas in a good manner. They tell you things that sound good, but they're really not good. It's never what you think. I don't care how you react to what I say, because it is what it is. So I can't be worried about how you're going to react to me if I'm going to speak truthfully. I truthfully can't give a shit about your emotions. Judge Dredd from fucking Hollywood said they ought to be outlawed. The Hegelian dialect, they cause and create problems. They offer and present the solutions to the problems they design to create and control that outcome where they profit. It's really not goddamn complicated. But you people are gullible, ignorant, and you don't fucking listen. And you think I'm fucking dumb because I don't have a degree? You're going to cause me to be a stupid one? I have to play dumb? I'm a dumb, ignorant nigger? Treat me that way, I'm going to treat you that way. You got nothing to say to me. You're not smarter. You're not smarter than your children either. That's the problem. You don't listen to your own children. That's society's problem. You don't watch your children. You shove them in front of televisions. You entertain them with fucking things. How about you entertain them? How about you watch them? How about you teach them? Public educators don't give a shit about the outcome. They're just doing their job. Reading a script. Glorified babysitters. Come on, Mom. When the fuck are you going to start taking some of the problems? Start admitting fault. You're the problem. You plot. You plan. You terrorize the man. You don't defend them. What the fuck do you teach them when they're 2 years old? Huh? Nothing. You failed. You're negligent because you did nothing. You read the government narrative. You didn't teach your children to do a fucking thing. You left it on the system to teach them how to do everything. But in reality, the things that are being presented to them have no bearing on reality. There's no truth in them at all. And no one questions it. You will follow an immoral law. You will shoot your neighbor in the face for not wearing a mask. You did it 100 years ago. You're going to do it again now. History is repeating itself. You know? Retarded. I've been saying this shit for 20 fucking years. Fuck you. When this whole thing fucking implodes on itself and you're looking around, kiddos, my kids, I know they're hearing this or will hear it someday. I told you so, and they fucking laughed. I warned and they ignored me, and I fucking warned. It's why you grew up the way you did, because I was trying to warn people about this shit 20 fucking years. Phonetic language, word manipulation, political jargon, sound science, sound spelling. When you write, you fucking spell. When you speak, you invocate spells. The fuck, you're dumb niggers. Dictionaries, a sorcery codex, a spell book. It's a book of divinations. You're so goddamn ignorant. Illiterate. It's ridiculous. Don't even think magic's real. That's how stupid you are. Here's me laughing now. I don't have a high school degree. You're going to say no to anything I just said? No, because then you'd have to say you're dumb. Yes, I realize you don't know what to think. No, because they never taught you how. That's the problem. They only follow a scripted narrative because no one lives their life. It's my life. Mine. So my time. My money. No one got out of the box. They never left home, never left city, never left state, never left country. Never saw anything really. All you know is what they show you to know. The only words you know are the ones they handpick for you. Like little baby birds fucking begging to be fed by their mama. Fucking stupid. And the words you know are fed to you by pedophiles, dumb niggers. You heard it here first. Ain't that right, Randy? That's our goddamn motto, right? You heard it here first. That's our fucking motto, ain't it, Randy? And it only takes one time to get you, nigga. One! Maybe that's why I get censored a lot. Because it only takes one time to get you. I don't need 2 times. I don't need 2 times. I only need 1. And I don't have a high school degree. I get through the first time. That's why Kung Pao chicken. Because I don't need 2 times. Only 1. Because I realized to every structure or form, there's 4,200 words. There's cultural words to every fucking thing, figure, form. People are that as well. They're figures or forms, your ballet dancers or your political figurines. You just never really think. You don't have time to. You don't think it's important. That's why you're ignorant. Because you believe liars. You believe puppets. You believe pedophiles. You believe cannibals. You believe sodomite tranny hookers. You believe gender benders. You believe faggots and homosexuals. You think that shit's appropriate to be taught to children in the schools. You want to cross people's genders in the schools. You want to blur the gender lines. You want to make it so people can't tell the difference between a male, female, or a fucking toaster. You're a bunch of goddamn dumb niggers. Half the country is arguing whether or not reptilian lizard fucks are even existing or not. And I've said this shit for 25 fucking years. Bill Maher's finally saying it on late night comedy. You think this shit's fucking funny. And the other half of the fucking country can't tell whether or not Mr. Potato has a dick or not. Fuck! Woo! Incubus and succubus is a male and female vampire. People of night, the living dead, cannibals. What, you didn't think that shit was real? Ask Dianne Feinstein. Holy fucking shit, man. It's coming home roost now. You know, Bill Maher's got, what, 40 million followers, and he put it in their head. You know, I'm proud of my neighbor that day. I said, you want to know why McDonald's is fucking cheap? I said, why? Human meat. You're the fucking cattle. You think in your head, in your thought, that you're the top of the food chain. I said, well, let me crash your fucking reality. Let me fucking kibosh you right there. Let me inform you on a couple other things. Like Skins restaurant in New York City. That's a restaurant where they serve human meat on a platter. Amazing. It's also been investigated, the connection to human meat in McDonald's many times over. There's plenty of information out there. I've been, right? For the record, Bill Maher fucking he quoted me, man. He's fucking stealing from me, Bill Maher, everybody. Plagiarizing a high school dropout. I've been saying the shit he said yesterday for 25 fucking years. That's why they took down my channel. That's so funny. Right? Let me show you that bit. Let me show you guys that bit. Just for the record, right? Because this is a public record. And, oh, Matt's crazy. Yeah? No. I realize they fucking confess their sins in the cartoons to the children that they're trauma-based programming. What the fuck is The Simpsons? It's a vehicle, it's a tool, it's an instrument for them to trauma-based program your children. It's a way for them to skull fuck your child from a distance. Hello! Oh, Matthew's crazy. Am I really? Am I? The only reason you want to say I'm crazy is because you can't embrace the realization that the people running the whole thing are fucking evil. So you don't understand what's what. That's an instrument to traumatize your children from a distance, to trauma-based program them. Hello? Predictive programming equals trauma-based programming. Ever listened to children's cartoons songs backwards? Have you listened to Dora the Explorer backwards? Sesame Street, Pinky and the Brain? I don't give a fuck. Any, all of them? Try me, nigga. I shit stomp you. I'm the man saying enough is enough. Because no one else does. Because they're goddamn stupid. They're fucking cowards. They're bought off. They got their tongues caught up in a fucking knot. Niggers can't talk. Me, look at me go. Whee! Holy shit, the list of this fucking shit that says coming out of my mouth. You think I script any of this shit? Ever? Ever, ever, ever? Never! It's disgusting. I don't plan a thing. I don't script anything. Ever. Nigger. Piece of shit. I never script anything. It's a fucking insult to my intelligence. I never write anything down. I never plan anything. It's always unscripted. But for the record, I will throw that bit in from Crowder the other day. Fucking hilarious. I'm like, this is on cable television now. This is late night news now. I've been saying this shit for 20 fucking years. You laughed, and now you're trying to take it seriously? What's going on here? I'm see if I can find that. I'm gonna find that link. Hold on. Take me a second. Just search for it. Just a couple days ago. Crowder. Bill Maher. Oh shit! Where the hell did it go?
So if you were to intentionally
Let me try it right here. No, I can't remember which piece it was in. But anyway, my whole point in that was just to be corroborated by mainstream media. The things I've been talking about for years are finally getting into mainstream media. Your schools aren't making you intelligent. They're spoon feeding you things. The things I go through with people in a week, a month, the school will take a year. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. You have no idea. It's ridiculous. Summer's off. You shouldn't take time off. You shouldn't think that everything you know is being taught in the schools, or you shouldn't think that learning stops with school. Your education really starts when your schooling ends, because they don't really teach you anything that's truthful. You wind up having to scrub your brain and start over. So all you did was waste your fucking children's time, their time. Parents, just teach your children yourself. That's the realization. And when you start going down this road, the parents are starting to find out, holy crap, I don't even have control over my children. In the sense of vaccines and degrees, and are you doing them any justice by not allowing? What is doing somebody a favor? This is a fair warning, you know. But no one gives you a fair warning on two of these things. No one gives you a fair warning to this. I don't care how you react to it. Keep your emotions to yourself. Absorb it for what it is. You had an experience. It altered your perception. Which way, it doesn't really matter. People are not conditioned to sit still, so everybody is moved by what I have to say. That's why they don't know what to say, because they don't know how to think for themselves. They're not connected to source. They're not connected to the creator. They're not even acknowledging the creator is real. They're still looking for the creator. And the creator and I have been on first name basis for a very long time. Because God isn't really a name. It's just the understanding that the creator, you're attached to the creator. It's within your consciousness. You need to trust yourself. You can't doubt yourself. You're never wrong. Why would you lie to yourself? What's the intention in that? What's the motive there? You're only hurting yourself if you're going to lie to yourself. And when you're truthful, you're criminalized because the world is ran by criminals. When you're truthful, you're criminal because the world is ran by criminals. Therefore, the truth is a criminal act. Speaking truthfully causes you to be a criminal. It is what it is. All they give you is a political narrative with an emotional overtone, positive, negative. They're never really speaking truthful in regards to anything. Always a leverage, always a pitch, always an angle. But unfortunately for you, no pitch, no angle. This shit just is what it is. Take it, leave it, don't matter to me. Most would be moved by what I fucking said today. You trade your souls in degrees. You didn't learn how to talk to creator. You didn't learn how to speak. You didn't learn how to think. They don't teach you how to write correctly. They don't teach you how to spell correctly. They want you writing in all caps. All caps is corporate. It's not a living language. It's not lawful. It's not legal. They want you blurring the lines between the two, not recognizing upper lowercase case sensitive language. They want you having all sorts of mixed up ideas about language, confused. English is the most manipulative language there is. It is what it is. It perpetually changes. The words never say the same. The language around the issues continually change. Today is toilet tissue. Today it's shit paper. Tomorrow it's bathroom tissue. The language about the issues continually, perpetually changes to continually keep society in a state of confusion. That is the bafflement. Understanding that concept and the fact that the dictionary continually, perpetually changes. The Bible is just based on a logical, non emotional, just a look the fuck around. Things continually get retranslated, they continually get rewritten, they continually get reprinted. How much is being left out? Is that really a crazy question? No, it's not. It's one people run from. Because they don't like not knowing. They have to know. But I'm looking around and like, I got no limitations. I don't see a fucking ceiling. I just see a big fucking ballroom. I'm dancing around. I see fucking everything. And I do mean everything. And you can't take that seriously. And if ones that can't take that seriously, I really feel sorry for you. I don't want to be you. I'm happy being me. I feel sorry for you because you don't have eyes to see. Because they shut them down with your indoctrination. Put you under a spell. Compassed and squared your block. Capped you into a ritual. What the hell do you think that graduation ceremony was? Indoctrination ritual? Culting? You got occulted? You got squared off? Didn't happen to me. See, it's all black magic. Holidays are rites and rituals. I'm well, yes, Ali. Right. You understand why I do things the way I do, and that's why so many fucking people run to at the same time because they don't want to admit what you're talking about freely. They don't want to see themselves in me, and how they treated me would cause them to fuck. That's why they run. That's why they don't say nothing. Because they know they're a bunch of shitbags. And the last thing they want to do is look in the mirror. It's the hardest thing to do. It really is. Looking in the mirror, your own eyeball. Are you comfortable? I realize there's only so many things I can control. I had no control over the tornado. I had no control over the jobs leaving the country. There's no consistency in anything. You got no standing, got no grounds to give the man a hard time when the ground's falling out from under his feet consistently, perpetually, and that doesn't change because no one offers him a hand up or helps him get off the quicksand that he's facing. No, they don't. They sit around and watch you struggle. And it's just like the people that complain about wishing their neighbors would wake up to some of these things that I'm talking about. What prevents you from knocking on the door and presenting them with the issues? How come you don't wake them up? How come you're taking a negative and a wait and see attitude? How come you're not taking that initiative to go talk to them? Most people in an apartment complex don't even know who the fuck their neighbors are. Door to door. That's ridiculous. That's what I see. You won't hear that anywhere else because not many people have had a traveling life expectancy. They haven't worked in sales. They haven't been in that door to door mindset. You start realizing and nobody knows who their fucking neighbors are. There's no communities. These things are traps. These things are really large camps, imprisonments, cockroach hotels. Once you're in a city, you're done. Right, right. But there's only law of one. There's only law of one. What we do to one, we're doing the same. We're doing ourselves. That's when I realized just fuck it. Just fuck it. I ain't moving for nothing. The world's moving around me. I'm not gonna fucking move for it. I'm going to sit my ass down. There's no fucking point in climbing the corporate ladder. I don't want nothing. I don't want to register things. I don't like the idea that I might be a registered thing. I don't have an ID right now. I don't want to register because I don't like the idea of being a registered cattle member or a registered thing. I don't like the idea that I might be property. I don't want to register. I don't register my voice. I don't register when I vote. I didn't register my children. They were taken from me. I didn't register a fucking thing in my life. You register everything. Your house, your car, your guns. You register the school. Everything's on the register. Is it starting to register? And if you register it, you don't own it. And that's including your brain. If you register a thing, you don't own it. You register when you go to school. You register to graduate. You register your guns. You yourself are registered. Your children, your car. What the fuck do you think you own? If you register a thing, you don't own it. You know? So what are you distracted with? You're never going to own any of this shit. You register it. And if you don't register it, it's a criminal act. The fuck? That's what the black market's for, right? You got the Wall Street. That's your public markets. And then there's the black markets for what you can't get on Wall Street. But they mirror each other in reality. It's the Wall Street for bad guys. And there's a street version of it, the ghetto version. That's the bartering, and that's the understanding of bartering and trading amongst neighbors, realizing a way to bypass doing business on the books, trading time for labor, recognizing people's personal values, realizing that their strengths are probably your weaknesses, and thought processes of that nature, which would cause you to cooperate with individuals instead of compete with them. Which is mostly what people have done with me forever. is compete with me. And I'm like, why? There's no competition. There's no competition. No competition. That's why everyone is so silent. And that's why they erased my other channel. Because I silenced the crowd. They don't know what to say to the things that I bring to the table. Because they're uniquely mine. They're not anybody else's. They're mine. I don't follow people. I'm not a herd member. I want to be fucking heard. I don't like being censored. I don't like my children are being starved because you're censoring me and you're turning a blind eye to the suffering of my family while I'm paying to fucking teach. How the fuck am I supposed to do 50 million things to by myself? It's ridiculous. 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 That's why I sit home. There's no reason to do anything. I'm tired of stepping on quicksand. I'm tired of having my job sold out from under my feet. I'm tired of a lot of fucking things that no one takes into perspective. I'm tired of believing in life. I just don't believe anybody. It's better that way. I just look at what they're saying and then I respond in accordance to what they speak. You want to be an asshole to me? I'll be an asshole to you. You're going to be nice to me? I'll be nice to you. But I will recognize how you're treating me with your fucking speech patterns. And I'll reciprocate them onto you. I will mirror you. If that's why you don't like me, then you got a problem with you. Is it? That's a goddamn shit. Kung Pao chicken, nigga. One of a kind experiences. I'm sorry. How many tax collectors are on the public record and being doing political commentary on any given subject? Not many. How about a salesman? How about floor person now from Florida, Bank of America? Not many. I work for all of them. Isn't that crazy? I work for all of them. I got to, I got to the point. I'm at a point where I realize that every corporation uses the same playbook because it's a fucking religion. It's part of their fucking philosophy. It's like knowing the Patriots playbook, right? The Belichick playbook. I've seen it. I saw it. I understand it. But guess what? I fucking scrabbled it up and I rewrote it. I flipped it. I looked at it backwards. I liked it my way better. It's geared towards personal empowerment against the mass of idiots. Silences the crowd, puts them in hush. They don't know what to say. Imagine that. Walk in the Yankee Stadium and say something, a speech so powerful. They're so stupid. They don't know what to say, so they say nothing. Hush. Having to speak in a manner where it's all inclusive, no exceptions, and it doesn't matter what color you are, or gender, or religion, blah. That shit doesn't matter. It's all irrelevant. It's all subparticle product. It's all it has nothing to do with core consciousness. How do you even know what time it is? Let's start there. How do you know what fucking year it is? Let's start there. You think you know what time it is? What fucking year is it? Let's start there. I don't even think it's the same year as you. So let's start there. Huh? My daddy never had that conversation with me. Who figured that out? I figured that out. They're lying about what fucking year it is. No one told that to me. I taught that to me. When the fuck are you going to give me credit for me? Huh? Never? Because you're a fucking cunt. You're an asshole. You're a tyrant. You're a terrorist. That's my father. You don't give a shit if I lived or died. You mocked my existence. Blame me for the issues I had because of my mother that I watched you beat. Let's get this into perspective correctly. You're an ignorant motherfucker. Why the fuck should I honor you? I watched you beat my mother. You didn't teach me anything truthful about reality. You didn't even have fucking time. That's all I got to say about that. Shelly's a fucking drunk whore. I'll say that. Oh, yeah, I'll say that all day long. And I got no problem saying it. And she deserves it. And more. That's to my parents. The ones who are never there. The ones who always lied. Fucking drunks. Shitbags. Narcissistic motherfuckers. Thinking I'm the problem. I'm the result of you. You're the fucking problem. You're the problem with society as a fucking whole. Oh, yeah. This shit applies to everybody. It's ridiculous. Caught up in a gender fight. Love to hate on each other. Left-right paradigm fight. Red-blue shit between Republican and Democrat. And both sides are in on it. And it's a two-party tyranny collusion. And you can't fucking see it. You're believing the spells and you're under illusions. You're sedated. You're chemically sedated. You're out to fucking lunch. Half of your fucking Congress is dual citizens living in another country, ruling in this one. You're dumb niggers. Oh, fucking hell. Your ancestors would have hung Congress already. Hung them. Already. And the only reason why you haven't is because you don't understand the dictionary. If you understood the words of the dictionary, then you would understand their motives and intentions and how they divide and conquer you with the license of speech. You would understand everything I'm fucking saying right now without question if you had been resourcing the dictionary your entire life. But I've been doing those things my whole life naturally because I thought it was a good idea from a young age. I didn't need to be told to do it. The schools didn't tell me to do it. Teachers didn't tell you to do that. Holy fucking hell, no, they do not. Shut the fuck up. You are derelict in your fucking duties. You don't teach people to speak. Ah! Too fucking dumb. Teachers don't even realize what they're there for. They look at themselves currently as glorified babysitters. I'm like, no, motherfucker, you're programming them with vocabulary. The only words they know are the ones that your fucking glorified babysitter ass is giving them. What if you gave a child a dictionary instead? Do you think the fucking outcome would be different? Fuck, stupid motherfuckers. You limit their reality because you control their vocabulary and you don't realize that part of it. And you're fucking seeing yourselves as glorified babysitters and you've reduced the value of what a teacher is actually supposed to do. It's not even that what they're doing anymore. They're programming you according to a political motive or agenda. And what have they done? They've limited your understanding on human existence, your standing on or in the earth. They've limited you in definition of self. You can't write and spell according to the cursive understanding of English. You can't write in cursive. Just go keep going. You can't measure with tools. You can't use a compass. You can't use a square. You can't use a triangle. You don't understand methods of measurement. You can't read the analog clock. You fucking completely gone digital, nigga. Forgot you were a computer. You think you're smarter than me. This shit's fucking a nightmare. Makes me want to put a bullet in my head because of your stupidity. Holy fucking hell, I'm out of here.